All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And the video I'm bringing you today, we are going to go over the effects to cutting dive for the Harrowstorm PTS. Now, I personally don't think cutting dive is that good of a skill in general. I don't like how clunky it is, but I think it did get nerfed, and I wanted to go into that. I wanted to discuss what it is, and my thoughts for what can happen with it. But with that being said, let's dive into it. Command a cliff racer to dive bomb an enemy, dealing X amount of physical damage. If you're more than 7 meters away from the target, you set them off balance for 7 seconds. If the enemy is already off balance, the cliff racer rips through them, causing them to bleed for X amount of physical damage over 7 seconds. This effect can stack. So, essentially, when they're off balance, which we do here, we can hit them with a few birds, and we can apparently stack the amount of dot damage we have with the birds for while the duration while they're off balance. Now, this skill did not get a change in and of itself in the Harrowstorm PTS. What did happen is how off balance works, and so off balance now has a cooldown. Off balance now has a long amount of time to where you're off balance for X amount of seconds, and then there's a 15-second delay between you being off balance again. And so you see here I'm hitting birds and they're not getting off balance. There's no more dot. And so in the same vein, if we're going to adjust Power Lash, and Power Lash now provides off balance to rooted enemies. If D-Swing now provides a snare to people when they're off of cooldown for off balance, I think this one missed. This one also needs to be looked at as well, because yes, it is conditionally strong enough to where some very good players I've seen run birds in open world PvP. The off balance proc is very nice, but due to the off balance cooldown, you now have this long duration where all you have is just the damage. So I think providing another condition when people are on the off balance cooldown so that this skill is more effective during that time period makes a lot of sense. So like I said, they did the same thing to Power Lash. Power Lash was going to go extinct if they did not adjust Power Lash to provide the Power Lash proc while people were encased. They did the same thing to D-Swing. D-Swing got nerfed due to the off balance changes, and so they provided a snare while people are there. And although that's annoying and I disagree, I do think that something needed to be done. And so when you look at birds, I think you can make the same argument here. Now, do I want to see a snare? God, no. No more snares, please. But I think you could still conditionally at least provide the dot. At least provide the dot being able to stack while whether they're off balance or not. So each consecutive attack, maybe can stack. I don't know. I guess I'm not the best warden advice giver on this, but something that's not a snare, something that also conditionally provides some benefits while you're in the off balance cooldown, while you're waiting for them to go off balance again. So those are my thoughts. Just another one that, like I said, off balance adjusted a lot of skills, and they went back and they did look at D-Swing and they did look at Power Lash, and I think they need to look at birds as well. So those are my thoughts. If you guys have any tips or ideas, or what you think, I'd love to hear from you. Obviously, I don't play a bunch of Stamina Wardens, so I'm not the best expert on what they could use here. Stamina Warden is powerful with or without birds, but it's nice having variety. It's nice not having to use D-Swing, and so it'd be a shame if this skill got nerfed so much that it wasn't a decent alternative. So that's going to be the end of this video. Please comment in the section below. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.